Hey there, welcome back, Shubham this side. Now let us dive deep with environment setup so we can have smooth journey ahead. There are three things that we need. The first one is our code editor. The second one is going to be extension related to our editor. And the third one is going to be our browser. So for code editor, I am going to utilize Visual Studio Code. That is going to be my recommendation. You can go with Atom, you can go with any other, but my recommendation will be VS Code. It's regularly updated, controlled by Microsoft and have tons of extension. So I'm going to strongly recommend it. Just download it for Windows or Mac, whatever the system that you are utilizing, and install it. Once that is done, you are going to have some type of screen, something like this, or maybe a welcome screen. The second thing I want to do right now is to create a folder in which we are going to have all our files. I'm going to have a folder called as Unwired.js on my desktop. So what you can do is you can go with your file, you can go with open folder and just select the Unwired.js folder. That's it. So right now I don't have any file inside my Unwired.js folder. I'm going to add them. Now here, if I give you a quick structure idea, I have this Unwired.js folder inside my desktop. Now all the files, it can be index, it can be JavaScript or any other files will be in here, which is my Unwired.js folder. Now the next thing that I'm quickly going to do is have all my extension. So there will be extension about my server, my icons, my theme, or maybe auto completion. So just get into the extension part, or you can click on the setting icon and then get into extension, or you can use this shortcut code. So here you need to first search about live server. Now this helps us to launch our development local server so we can access all our files and have proper reload and other feature as well. So that is going to be my first recommendation. The second one is going to be material icon. So just search about material icon and install this one as well. And this is going to help us to have icons for our folder, for our JavaScript file, for our HTML, CSS file, everything that we are going to utilize. So make sure you install this one. The other thing is about our theme. Maybe you are good with default theme, or maybe you want the theme that I'm using. So what you can do is you can search about material theme. So all you have to do is search material theme and you will get this one. So what theme I'm currently using? I am using the material theme pale night high contrast. So this one is I'm using. You can use any other. There are GitHub themes, there is community theme. So you can use any one of them. I'm utilizing this material theme. You can install and select which one you want. Just go to setting icon and then you will have option for theme. Great, that is done. Now the other extension that I strongly recommend is either you can have IntelliSense, that is by default, but if you search about IntelliCode, it should be installed, but if not, just install this one. Or you can search about JavaScript. This one helps us to work with Python, TypeScript, JavaScript as well as Java. So this one is great. Otherwise you can search about JavaScript and install this one. So it's going to be JavaScript code snippet. This is specifically for JavaScript and they both work in similar way. That's it. These are the 4 extensions that I recommend. Let me clear this up. Go back to my files again. And here we need to create a new file. Let's say index.html. Now here you can see the icon. This is because of material icons. Remember, there are chances that these icons are not visible right now because you just installed the extension. So make sure you restart your VS Code and things will be fine. Once that is done, get here, create the index.html inside your Unwired.js folder. And here I am going to have my boilerplate code. Let me enter this and that's it. That's the basic code that I have right now. Now why we need server? So we can just click on go live. And here you can see this is the file that we are currently viewing. So if I change the title right now, learning JavaScript with Shubham, something like this. And what I can do is I can have a h1 tag, let's say Hello world. I know this is basic HTML stuff, but this is going to be our base setup. Let me jump onto our browser. You can see hello world and our title. So that's it. I hope you got the idea, the base environment setup. The other thing that you have in your mind right now is why we have server, why we have this live server. This helps us to replicate certain stuff like sending a request, getting a response. Now we have this particular URL, which is our local development server. So here we are sending requests to this local development server on our index.html, and it is going to send us certain response. Later on, we are going to attach our files, our JavaScript file, our CSS file, and few other stuff. So I hope you got the idea. Remember, you can stop your server here and you can relaunch again in future through go live, or you can just right click here. You will have option to open your live server or stop your live server. I hope you got the idea. Remember, anytime I do some change, click on save, things will be updated automatically on my web page because the server reload itself. That's all. I hope you got the idea, and I see you guys in the next one.